to another episode of Clash of Clans with my fans. Okay, that one didn't really work. I'm never going to say that again. Thank you so much for joining me on the second episode of Clash of Clans Town Hall 13 Journey. First of all, before we start, I would like to give my immense thanks to all of you guys who have given me a massive support on my first episode. It's actually one of the only episodes of the pilot of the season to do so well, and that's great considering the fact that most of my series that I do only kick up after a few episodes into the series. So this was a great confidence boost for me, and I think this is going to be an amazing opportunity for me to play Clash of Clans with you guys as well. No judgment going around. I'm just a normal clasher, and I think this is a fun and cool journey that we might embark into. Now, first of all, let's go back into what we were doing last time. Essentially what we were doing is obviously we started some upgrades after we moved into Town Hall 13. We did get a few of these in, so the Grand Warden, Elixir Storages, all of these are the typical classic ones that we tend to do. But of course there's also the main one, which is probably what really identifies Town Hall 13 is the scatter shot. So this is something that's very important that we got to get working into the game very, very quickly. Of course, I have I have 3 days technically, so it's been quite some time since the last time we made a video on this, but I have been logging in and out of this account for a while now, so as of now we're looking pretty good. I haven't been that much active as I've been before because I feel like I don't want to do anything off the camera because it would feel a bit inauthentic, and I don't want to ruin the experience for you guys. But of course there'll be some things that I can't do on here that I would obviously have to do outside. So those kind of things, of course, being like upgrading and not upgrading, I mean like attacking and getting the stuff out of the way. That's pretty much it. The one thing I want to focus on is the fact that obviously when all 6 of our builders are being used, there's not much we can do on our main base. I mean, other than attacking and gathering some loot, there's not much we can do. Of course, the other thing we can do is focus on the Builder Hall. Now, I know this is a Town Hall 13 kind of a series and not Builder Hall series, but as we all know, all fellow Clash members know that there's going to be a rework for the Builder Hall. There's going to be a rework V2 coming out sometime this year, quite soon, I think. And so to be prepared for that, it would kind of make sense if I was to fully max out my base. And so that's essentially what my plan is, and that's what I'll try to be doing along with the Town Hall 13. But as of now, I think we're just going to take a look at what we can do with what we have right now. I told you guys the last episode that one of the things we're going to do in the second episode is have a look at a progress base and focus on and just have a look on what we're going to be focusing on when it comes to building and all that. If you guys would like this progress base, I would put the link to this in the description below. You can go ahead and click on that. Sorry if I stutter a lot. I kind of do that for some reason. Okay, the first thing is first, we have to get these upgraded, especially the Royal Champion. She is extremely powerful, and she's probably one of the main reasons why people think Town Hall 13 is so fun. It's because of the Royal Champion. And the Scatter Shot is, of course, an additional useful element of the Town Hall 13 experience. But essentially what we need to focus on immediately is, first of all, the Town Hall. Now, people might disagree with me on this because they might be saying, hey, Adrian, one sec. You might want to focus on the other important aspects of the Town Hall 13 before going on and upgrading your Town Hall 13 itself. Because as of right now, you guys can see I'm only at 1 star for the 13. And we got to work on this Giga Tesla, guys, because the Giga Tesla is extremely important. It's one of the few factors that differentiate you from Town Hall 12 to Town Hall 13. And it's something that we have to focus on when it comes to just in general. We're focusing on a Town Hall 13. So this is something that I'll be simultaneously working on while I'm also upgrading my other stuff, such as the Eagle Artillery. Also, one of the first things you must be doing when you upgrade to any Town Hall, for that matter. This can be helpful for anybody who's not on Town Hall 13, but somewhere down the line, like Town Hall 10, 11. Actually, I don't think you have the Eagle Artillery in Town Hall 10. I think it's 11. But anyway, in 11, when you get that far, you're going to have to get this out of the way. And the Eagle Artillery is very important when it comes to that. The next is obviously Inferno Towers. I don't have to say much about this. It's quite important, and we got to get that out of the way. Then the Expos. But of course, you guys, each person will have a different number of priorities, and mine are quite straight. This is what I've been following all this time, and I think this kind of works out for me. I haven't had any issues with it, and I think it's something that might stick with me for a while now. But yeah, essentially this is what's going to happen next. In this series, you guys will be seeing that I think personally the scatter shot might replace the Inferno Towers. So what I'll be doing is once all these are done, obviously the first thing to do after the elixir storage is the gold storage. It's very important because obviously you guys know that for free-to-play players who don't have the gold pass like myself, they're kind of limited to the amount of gold and elixir they can have. Coming from Town Hall 12, the maximum is about 14 million, as you can see here. Once you get into Town Hall 12, you'll realize that that's all you need. But when you get to Town Hall 13, you'll see that without any of the boosts, the minimum amount of money you'll be needing to spend on any of the upgrades is 15 million gold or elixir. And so that's something that's a bit of an issue if you don't have these storage is upgraded. So that's one of the first things we'll do to begin with. So the next 2 weeks will be focused mainly on this. So after this is done, like in 3 days time, immediately these 4 are going to be working right out the bat. And I'm going to get, obviously, the Royal Champion to go down because she's only like 6 hours and 20 minutes. That's just one night's sleep. It'll be just finished just like that. And we can probably get her down to like level 5 to level 10, I think, in a week's time. That should be perfectly doable. And that's exactly what we'll be focusing on. And once the clan castle is ready, then we're set. Also, obviously, one of the few things we need to add is the traps and the, actually just the traps. 1 bomb, 1 seeking air mine, and spring traps. Those are not as important, but of course you need to put them down just to get the job done. And obviously this doesn't max out at level 8 like Town Hall 12. It goes up to, I think it goes up to 9. It might be 10. I'm not too sure about the maximum level. We'll take a look at that in a bit. We'll have a look at the maximum levels each of these things can go to so that we can plan it out a bit more. One of the most useful websites I use is Clash Ninja. You guys might be familiar with this website. It's very useful in terms of giving you the ability to plan out your upgrades and just tell you what you're working on and what you can do next. It gives you sort of a recommendation that way, but I tend to follow my own because, at the end of the day, I'm the one playing the game, so I want to, have a bit of fun with that. But of course, one of the other things that's very important is our army camp. Now, I'm actually quite... I'm contemplating this, whether I should upgrade the army camp first before I do all the defenses, or whether I should do the army camps, consistently along with the others, because it's something that's also incredibly useful. You gain a lot of extra storage. I think I could even fit in an extra 1 or 2 Electro Dragons, and that's kind of useful. And now the reason why I use this as an attack is because it's so useful and it's just simple. It just works out for Town Hall 12 at least, especially when you're just loot farming, which is what I was doing towards the beginning of the season before I maxed everything out. Because the last things I was, like I mentioned in the previous episode, the final things I was upgrading in Town Hall 12 was actually the Elixir collector and the gold collector, which is like not that important considering I have the gold pass and I was getting constant amount of loot through everything, so it wasn't that much of a focus, but it's a really useful technique. And one thing you'll also notice is once you get to Town Hall 12 plus, you tend to stay away from ground-based attacks. You tend to go for like lava loons or any other like air-based attacks is more familiar and more common around these town halls. And so that's kind of just it just works out. And I'm not necessarily trophy farming. I could be, but I'm not because I'm focused on the loot. And especially now we're early stages in Town Hall 13. I'm still not used to saying 13 yet. So we're gonna need to gather up these loots, a lot and very fast. And the next thing we're going to do is focus on the maximum level of upgrades you can have for this Town Hall 13. It's going to be quite useful for all of us, all of you guys watching. And if you're not in Town Hall 13 yet, then it gives you a good idea of what you should be looking forward to. Alright, I think this is pretty decent. 600k gold. Gold is what we need most of all right now. Okay, so let's have a look at okay, there's an air sweeper here we can get rid of. Let's get this. 1 second. Let's get this guy out of here because we don't need him anymore. Okay, so this guy is actually this is fairly new, so he's kind of rushed in a way, but that's not an issue for us because we're just going to be focusing on just a bit of this. I think we can just spam that out of there. All right, we can put some looms there, just get them to draw them out, and then we can put the RC right there, get her to work her way in, and then we can get the air defense going in and helping us out there. Like the queen helping out the RC, the king is doing his own thing. Ooh, what? I don't remember what I had for my. I'm going to go inside over there and we can do a bit of a RC boost. Okay, listen, we just need 1 star. That's all we need. The main thing is the loot, but I think I neglected the I neglected my battle blimp, and that's the one with the main. All the goblins were in there. I think there were super goblins actually. It's fine. We got 1 star, and that's what's important. And we got like 200k, which is okay. But essentially, we're looking at a pretty decent 75%. Not bad. The king is coming in clutch though. He's doing a lot of the work. Alright, not bad. 78%, and we got quite a decent amount of loot. And we got the bonus as well, so... Okay, the bonus is extra now. So we got a lot of money there. That's a lot, that's a lot. So the clan castle is over here. We can just claim that. And we're pretty much good, guys. Next episode, I think we'll focus on, like I mentioned, we're going to take a look at all the massive upgrades that we can do, the maximum levels we can achieve, and our plan towards that. I'll have some sort of a planned out, it's going to be mapped out kind of, but it's only because I want to have like a sort of format for this series, because I just don't want it to be like random episodes. Then it'll be kind of like messy, and you guys might not enjoy that as much. So that's essentially what we're going to do. Before that, we're going to go ahead and collect the awards. Builder potion, very, very useful. I might go ahead and pop that one because I think it might be useful for us, especially because now we have the Grand Warden will be finished soon. I think by tomorrow I can start my upgrade on the RC, or I don't know. We can see what's going on, guys. It'll be very useful, very important, and it'll be very fun. Mainly, that's the main thing. Let's go ahead and see what else I can claim. Nothing else. Okay, we just have a few more until the end of the season because we're gonna get the hero, the King, Beast King, and the Book of Heroes, which we'll use for something. We'll figure it out. We'll have a lot of time on our hands, guys, and I'm excited to see what the future for this series holds. And so for that, thank you so much for joining me today. Keep showing the support that you guys have in the first episode. That was amazing. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this. Follow me on my socials and hit me up, and make sure to like this video and subscribe if you like this video. Thank you very much. Peace out. Stay safe.